Welcome guys, Elysia Allen coming to you from Coldwell Banker Oceanside Real Estate here in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. And I am absolutely delighted to introduce the magnificent Karyn Stepien, who is owner and I guess of Cowichan
Valley. And Gulf Islands.
And Gulf Islands for proper measure. Now from perfection to precision. From precision to perfection. So either way that goes, she's got it. And, so who better to introduce Karyn than Karyn? Karyn, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here and to chat about our small business in Cowichan and Gulf Islands. We are a floor plan business, predominantly. We help realtors like yourself lay out the properties that you are trying to sell. And we do that and we stand out by adding color, adding different site details on there. And also we are known for our quick turnaround time.
That's for sure, because I can honestly say I've reached out to you last minute and you are there the same day.
we do our absolute best to get there for you guys. We know how much pressure it is for everybody involved in the market. So.
When I can say just the difference, when I see kind of black floor plans or there's a lot of different types of options out there, but you guys always stood out to me. Because you'd have landscaping as well.
Yes.
And the color that you bring.
And color. Yeah, we feel, especially around here, and this is especially true up in the Gulf Islands and in Cowichan with the bigger properties, showcasing the site as well as the house. Just, it helped us stand out, and it helps sell the property. Yes. So many people are looking for land now, right? And what they're dealing with. That's right. And it's nice to, if you have an overhead drone shot, you can see it. You can have the measurements.
Yes.
Love it.
Well, and bringing that, because we are in a virtual world, whether we wanted to or not. And to have folks actually walk through a premise and see the details before making the commitment of time to go feel the energy of a space, because I'm still old school. You gotta feel the space.
You gotta smell it.
That's right. You don't want any weird smells. And I think that's an incredible value that you add, not only for my business in real estate or many realtors in the city and the island, and it's a huge selling feature for our clients. When I come out with a listing presentation, and we talk about comparables, our services and all that, and boom, up comes your floor plan, up comes the virtual Matterport tour, and you let them play with it. And it's like kids in a candy store.
I think our biggest thing too is with so many people moving to the island from off island, to get just all those extra eyes out before they make the trip over, and they're calling you on the weekend, they're calling you on Sunday night dinner.
Yes.
At least, screen there.
Yes.
Screen your calls.
Well, and I'm always seeing those proper measure cars. You guys are always hustling, always working.
Yes.
And as we've seen with the real estate market and trends, so I can't thank you enough. So with this type of business, what other services? So great floor plans.
Yes, we do our virtual tours. Up at my office, we also do photography and drone as well, just to work as a one-stop shop especially for remote clients who easier to just get one travel. We do also work with a ton of great photographers locally as well. We work a lot also in the insurance business. Doing virtual tours for them, quotes and such, and a ton with interior designers. Quite recently, a lot of designers have used both our floor plans and our measurements, because we are as accurate and we do reno drawings for them. So it's easier to send us in, measure, and do Matterport usually. They can watch progress on their property and work on properties here on the island, like say from Vancouver, from Toronto. It's a great tool for them as well, and saves a lot of money for them. So
that's win-win all around.
Win-win all around. Yeah, win-win all around. And you can see progress going along, and they can show their clients. Usually, quite typically, they're not from here either.
Right.
So it works out really well. A lot of renovating happening right now as well. it all sort of strings, right?
Lots of folks with bump out additions.
Yeah.
So it's not just residential. You guys do commercial.
We do a lot of commercial, yes, and we are one of the only companies that does commercial.
Because we don't want to forget our commercial folks.
Yes, we love our commercial folks.
I know I have a soft spot for residential. But,
Yeah.
but that's really fascinating to see how you can just benefit from so many angles, not just the sale of properties.
For sure. Yeah, just today we have 3 rental plans that are going in on, 1970s builds, great property, but there's still a need for that very accurate, for your window measurements, for your ceiling, your vaults, your bulkheads. It's,
These details that are critical, especially when you go to the permit process.
Yes.
And all that.
Yes.
Permits are good, folks.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So when did you start to get into this business?
Well, I've always been in sort of marketing and in imaging. I saw Proper Measure probably 2 years ago, and I knew they were a really big deal here in Victoria, and I just waited for the right time to get into it. I originally am sort of from the events marketing side of things, and with the COVID-19 pandemic, it seemed like a very good time to keep exploring. And Matt and the team here in Victoria had an opportunity just to sort of connect off this office and work up north, and it all just worked, domino effect, and we just didn't ask questions and just worked really hard. And
so like the stars aligned.
The stars aligned and
flow.
and
because the skills in multitasking and logistics of events and marketing goes very hand in hand with what you do here.
very, very similar. Very similar. At the end of the day, I love when I can just showcase something the best for my clients and help them showcase what they are doing and help them get through the day. So.
I love that. And you're a blast to work with. I admit we do have quite a few laughs.
Yeah, we do.
Not laughing, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, we have a ton of fun. But,
and that's how it should be. You love what you do. You love the joy it brings your clients. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I love meeting people. And I love that about Proper Measures. We meet so many amazing people with amazing stories. Some are hard to believe.
You could probably write a book.
Yeah. So could you, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. The stories are wonderful. And Proper Measure is basically all across.
We are Canada-wide. We have, I believe, 11 franchises now. Wow. That function. Mostly BC and Ontario, but we do have 2 Alberta offices and a Manitoba office now that are up and running. So
prairies are
busy too.
They're busy as well.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, great networking all across. So if folks have great experiences on the East Coast, they can find you on the West Coast.
It's lovely too. Between the offices, we all sort of know each other, and if clients are moving between geographical areas, right, it helps to have similar marketing strategies across all. So it's it works out really well. It's nice to have a team environment.
Yes.
Like that. It's a new one for me, I'd say. I've always been self-employed. Well, I guess I still am, but just to have part of the team.
Yes, so. As a longtime athlete myself, team sports,
Yeah.
being collaborative and working together is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Now, another thing I just found out is you guys do yacht walkthroughs.
We do yacht walkthroughs, yeah.
So for all of you who want a yacht out here on the West Coast.
Or to look at one.
Yeah. Check these guys out.
Yeah.
This is mind-boggling.
Yes, they are. Some of them, as you can imagine, here in Victoria, are just incredible. We love working on yachts. The curves involved too, and the measurements, and just to show all the nooks and crannies of these amazing, just amazing boats.
They're not just square.
No, they are not square. And our virtual walkthroughs of them, they really help to imagine yourself on a yacht. On the yacht, yeah.
I'm sorry, I just went there. I was on a yacht, just right there. I apologize.
You're okay.
Well, and that's fantastic. So whether on water, whether on land, you guys are there to make the calls and and present these masterpieces, because not only are you fabulous, but you are an artist. I have seen the laptop. Which brings me to my next question.
Yeah.
The equipment
Yes.
that you use
Yes.
and the advanced technology that you work with. Now, without giving away all the secret sauce, because now let me preface this. I had a listing in Shawnigan Lake. Beautiful home. It had a rocky outcrop with a deck around it.
Similar to a dinosaur foot.
Right. Yes. And you captured it in a CAD drawing?
In a CAD drawing, yeah. So I will admit, I first saw it, and it was the first time I had met you, and I was like, oh, of course. Here's one of the hardest things. And I think just like anything, I had to do it just in steps, and just we had time, and just measure each line, get it as accurate as possible, and just really showcase. It would have been very hard to build, whoever did it, and just, literally line by line by line, and just get as close as something so that you can market it as this very unique backyard with a beautiful rock just set in Shawnigan.
Yes.
And it was very cool, that one. I'll never forget that one.
I'd like to break you in gently, Karyn.
Yeah.
So you say line by line. So this CAD program.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yes. So it is the architect's back way. So they are architectural drawings, and we literally, you just have to break it down. Kind of, I think of it the same way as the house would have been built. So sort of start with the shell and add as many details as necessary or that are permanent to the structure, and just sort of go from there. And then just in the artist's vision, and then what is the best way to showcase this property, or what is really standing out to me when I drive up, or some of them I'm familiar with the area, but a lot of them I'm not. That one in Shawnigan I was not. But just I love being able to be so precise. So if in 2 years from now you said, hey, what's the square footage of that deck?
Right.
I can get you pretty close if someone needed to replace it. And same on the house, we'll get the square footage just exact.
Fantastic.
On that, which is incredible for you guys too, on a liability perspective as well.
Oh yes, so. Very big word on that.
Yes.
No, you're absolutely correct. And is it with lasers?
With lasers,
okay.
Yes. So yeah, we laser measure everything.
Yes.
In there. So it's and yes, we laser, and then sorry, you're gonna have to cut this. We laser, and then we take our data and then quite literally draw it from there. So, and we use CAD. We feel it is the fastest way to get it out to you guys, and to be precise. And it also it catches us from if an error is made. Because everything has to connect together the same way it did when it was built.
Right, and it's computer and human working in harmony. Together.
Yes.
Well, and that's incredible, because even as you say, like line by line or shell and the detail that you put in, and she still got me that floor plan that same evening with the rock and the deck. Just, I had to say that. But no, very incredible accuracy, because now you might laugh about this. I wasn't as strong in math growing up. And, all the questions of, how fast will it take a train to leave station and get to so-and-so? And then there's the Pythagoras theorem that you think, really, who's ever going to use this? Now you probably wonder what rabbit hole I'm going down here. So as an archaeologist in a previous life, we were out in Italy doing an excavation. We were in a farmer's field. And my TA, fabulous guy from Perugia, he says, we're going to manually create a grid to do our magnetometer scans. And I'm like, well, that's what we have equipment for, right? Oh, no. You're going to use the Pythagoras theorem. And I'm like, what? And to be fair, just to kind of finish this thought, because I appreciate what you do, we weren't far off manually.
Yep.
But of course, that equipment just covered those slight millimeters or centimeters that we were off.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Now, what kind of, like, is it a type of laser, like the handheld device?
Yeah, handheld laser. Many different kinds you can look at. We use one too that can help us if there's ever a situation where a house is heavily furnished, so we can help like with that angle there to not be inaccurate on that one. We see houses obviously full of stuff.
Yes.
And from there, it's a lot of drafting. So a lot of drafting experience is very handy in this one.
You say experience because a lot of folks that are learning this type of technology, I guess it depends on people too.
It depends how you learn. I say always just experience is key. Here on Vancouver Island, there are some of the most unique builds you'll see anywhere in the world. We are known for it around here, and I can vouch it's true. I didn't believe it until I saw it, especially on decks. Yes. And it's to do with our beautiful landscape, to build into the rock, build with the trees, and a lot of properties back onto park. So just very unique. And I think the biggest thing, if I had to give someone, is just one line at a time.
One line at a
Yeah,
time.
the house did not be built like that.
Right.
Remember, it takes years to build houses, and
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yes.
So I'm going back to my classical roots. But no, and that is something I've seen coming over from the Lower Mainland and seeing the incredible architecture around rocky outcrops and what the island has to give for us to build.
Yes.
And so I hear it was a bit of baptism by fire for you to learn, but it could take up to months for folks to truly
repetition. Just never give up and just be as accurate as you possibly can. Yes. And I would say about 6 months. Fabulous. In there. I had to do it a little faster than that, but I'm very thankful for that at the same time. So,
but it shows just how much knowledge and experience you need to present these pieces.
Yes, it's for me the biggest thing was knowing how valuable our real estate is around here. A mistake could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars for somebody else. So, and that kind of pressure was just good for me.
We thrive under pressure.
Yes, we do thrive under pressure. We need it.
Fantastic. So what are some of the great achievements you've experienced this year?
It's funny, a year ago, our biggest achievement was just not getting fired. that was our first a year ago. And now, we're at the point like where we've expanded. We have other people out in the field working for us, and just I think the biggest thing for me is just showing how it's not just real estate for us, and we are so valuable to an interior designer, and that's I think our biggest success this year is just to sort of grow the business into other areas as well. So
that was one of my thoughts, is aside from realtors, what other professions and folks can reach out for your services?
Yeah, we love working with designers.
That is fantastic.
And actually, we did a lot of hotels recently as well, not for sale, but just as virtual tours, and so they could redo their conference rooms. And I mean, a lot of hotels have been repurposed now, or they were.
That's phenomenal, but it wouldn't have happened without these steps.
Yeah, for sure.
To paint the picture, and what can we do with this space? What's our measurements? It all comes together.
Yeah.
So it's just building, and I, and that's why I work with you guys, because you're so incredible.
Yeah, we love working with you guys. It's I was blessed to come into a family too that Matt had started, and I think at first I didn't quite believe it until you're in it, and
well, I do call you my magical unicorn. So, just if that's any. Well, and with achievements comes challenges. What could be some challenges you might be facing?
Well, I think our biggest one is usually if the door doesn't open, or
that is always good.
that is one, and you know that one too.
Access is good.
Access is good. And then our biggest challenge too is just making sure that we stay small enough to still value where we are, I think, and then just not to go too big, but to still grow.
Right.
So at a steady pace, I think, is the hardest one. And it's other challenges.
That's good.
Yeah.
Those are the only challenges.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say there's not enough hours in a day to we cover a geographical territory can be quite challenging. We're always they're never close.
Well, like you say, the Gulf Islands.
Yes.
I mean, we've got Galiano, we've got Maine, we've got Salt Spring. I mean, it's not just our main island here, and
they're busy.
And they are
They're busy. Yeah.
So logistics
Yeah.
of covering staff, covering all the travel,
Ferries,
hotels.
When the ferries don't run.
That could be another challenge.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I find the Gulf Islands have some of the most unique builds that I've ever seen. And there's a reason they're in magazines, a lot of them there. And they truly are as magnificent as they look in the magazines. So.
If you've got koi ponds.
Yes, the famous koi pond under the front door.
Gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yes, I'll send it to you. It's a good one.
Awesome. Now, another thing I came across was CAD conversions.
CAD conversions, yes. So we do this a lot, actually. And this is big because a lot of the blueprints that come out now are just too hard to read for people, and a lot of people just don't. They just will straight up scroll past it, just to grab an attention. So what we do is we'll take the very detailed building drawing and scale it down into something that is still precise, and the data is there, but it's just a lot more readable for a customer.
Gotcha.
So on something that is generally not built yet.
Right.
So or in partial construction, and then typically on that one, what we would do is once it is actually built, just fix it up. Anything that hadn't changed during construction or whatever. But we do we do a lot of CAD conversions here, and it's very valuable.
Very cool.
So as a marketing piece in the whole scheme of package, the whole marketing package.
Absolutely. Well, because I guess blueprints and stuff can seem very overwhelming with the amount of information,
and they're hard to read.
And they're hard to read. I admit I've seen a few in my day. My grandpa used to be an engineer.
Awesome.
And I was like, what is that? Oh, that's a bridge. What?
Yeah, and a lot of the ceiling data is in there too. So we try to get it down to just the floor, and then if someone is interested beyond that, then they'll read the blueprint. Right. So
you kind of dangle the carrot and whet that appetite to go further.
Yes, exactly.
That is phenomenal. Yeah. No, so you just offer this plethora of services for all kinds of folks, whether real estate, whether interior design, yachts.
Yachts, yes.
Yachts.
Yes.
And it's just incredible how professional you all are, and just the amount of time and effort that you spend on your craft.
Yes, we do. We love it. We just, it's so much fun.
Keep up the good work, guys. I mean, there's motivational phrases everywhere.
Yes.
And it's so important. So I can see that people are a huge motivating factor for you.
They are. We love who we work with, and I'd say almost all of our clients are all repeat now. Yeah. And so we get to know them on a personal level and meet their families and or be an extension of their team and their business, and we really value that too. So it's fun.
That is fantastic, Karyn. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm so thrilled. Well, and this might be a little bit of a curveball, but is there something that customers might not know about your business? Is there anything maybe in the works?
Ooh.
Don't you love it when I throw a little curveball there? Or maybe something in the planning, or?
I'd say at this point, our biggest thing is just our turnaround time, and we're trying to even get it even closer. So we're doing.
Oh my gosh, that's impressive.
Yeah, we are trying. We have some ideas in the works with just. It all depends on self-service, I'll say that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sometimes on certain islands,
Yeah.
it can be a little spotty.
Yeah.
Well, this is fantastic. Well, you guys are all over social media. You've got a website.
Yeah.
What are the best ways for folks to get in contact with you?
I think the best way is through our website, and we can do we can quote anything for new customers, and just reach out. Myself and the Victoria owner Matt and our Nanaimo owner Aaron, we are always available by text as well. So
That's
and we
true.
try to get back as
You
fast
put
as
up
we
with
can.
me.
We value you guys as friends too, so we know how important it is to get back right away for your clients too. So
Well, it's wonderful, and we do feel a part of that family, which is why I'm so glad you joined us today to share Karyn and the business. And I will be putting out all the links
Yes.
and contact information for all of you watching this and looking into Proper Measure, from precision to perfection.
got it.
Well, Karyn, thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh
out
no,
of your
thank you for
busy
having
schedule.
me.
And I can't wait to continue to work more with you.
Yes, I can't wait. I need more Shawnigan.
More Shawnigan. All
Yeah,
right, I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm going to share that one. You got to share that one.
That's right. Well, thanks so much. And join us next time. More content to follow. Elysia Allen with Coldwell Banker Oceanside Real Estate, and Karyn Stepien, Proper Measure. Until next time. Cheers.